Hello everyone and welcome to episode 2 of the Car News by Carcode podcast, the place for automotive news, reviews and interviews. News. This week, lots of the news was about the upcoming Geneva Motor Show, which I'm very excited to say that I'll be there in less than 48 hours, so that's very exciting. So lots of news about what's going to be launched there. We've had a couple of other news stories this week, but nothing major. The first one being the introduction of the Cupra Born VZ. This is like the performance version of the Cupra Born. We originally thought this was going to be all-wheel drive. It's got 321 brake horsepower, but it's all to the rear wheels. Now, some people are going to love this. They're going to absolutely think it's excellent, etc. I would have really liked an all-wheel drive model. I personally much prefer that. I like front-wheel drive and I like all-wheel drive. Rear-wheel drive, I get it, but where I live, it's very slippy, and just front-wheel drive, especially all-wheel drive, for that torque to all the four wheels on electric, works the best in the ice and snow. So that's why I would have preferred that. It's got new sporty seats, which look really cool, and it's got a new special dark forest exclusive to the VZ model colourway as well, which looks really cool. Still got the copper accents on it. So yeah, I really like the look of that. I think it's going to be quite exciting for the brand. Of course, it's not an all new model, it's just like a trim and a new powertrain, so that's quite exciting for them. I think people are going to love that, and obviously it's all about getting petrol heads into EVs, so I think that could definitely help people do that. So exciting to see that. And obviously the Cupra Born, as always, is just that bit sportier looking and more interesting than the Volkswagen ID3, which is its sibling car, but all-wheel drive would have been preferable. Another news story, again, this isn't mega news, something that just makes a lot of sense to me. I think it's a rename. Volvo has renamed the C40 Recharge to the EC40 and the XC40 Recharge to the EX40. That just makes a lot of sense in my opinion. They're also going to have little tweaks to the battery and a performance pack that will be available. So all just little tweaks along the way. It just means that they fit in with the EX30, the EX90 and the EM90 MPV as well. That's coming later in the year. Of course, the EX30 and the EM90 being related to the Zeekr cars, all in the Geely group. So that makes sense. Just ties the range together really nicely. Instead of the Recharge name, you're still going to have XC40 for the petrol models, and then they're going to be EX40 for the electric models. The rest of the news really is about what's coming up in Geneva. So Geneva Motor Show kicks off on Monday the 26th of February and it goes on to the 3rd of March. So it's going to be the press day on the 26th, the VIP day on the 27th, and then the public days on the rest of the days. So really excited. I'm going to be attending the show, not on the press day unfortunately. I didn't get accreditation. Maybe next time, fingers crossed. We'll just have to wait and see. So I'm going to be going on another day, but still really excited, and I will be getting plenty of videos. I'm going to be doing like a whole tour of like everything at the show, not everything I find interesting and want to show you guys and what's coming to the UK, and then I will be doing the odd first look video on each car. So MG3 is going to be one of them, Dacia Duster, etc. Talking about those cars, we're going to have the world premiere of the MG3, so that's quite exciting to see. It looks like it's going to be a lot better than the previous one, which was pretty much bottom of the barrel super mini compared to pretty much everything else out there. So that looks like it's going to be pretty good for the brand. Not sure it's going to be electric yet, but it looks like it's going to be petrol for now. So that's going to be exciting. Budget brand and nice super mini. We don't see a lot of them nowadays, so I think that should be a big hitter. Also, we're going to have the world premiere of the Renault 5. I'm so excited for this. The Renault 5 EV. It's been talked about for a lot of times. I saw it at the 2022 Paris Motor Show. It's there on my corkboard. Don't fall down, please. Love the Renault 5 EV, so excited. It's on a modified version of the CMF-B platform that underpins the Nissan Juke, the Renault Clio. Apparently it's using 70% of the internal combustion engine car parts, but it's electric. It seems a lot more clever than the way Stellantis have packaged up their petrol and electric cars. It seems like it's utilising a little bit more space and means that everything's a little bit flatter under the floor. Renault Group have said it's quite easy for them to change that platform around, so that's exciting and means it's got a lot of flexibility. It will also underpin the new Nissan Micra EV, which will be launched this year and be coming next year. So I'm really excited about that as well, because I really like Nissan. My mum's got a 2010 Nissan Micra, which is pretty battered now, but the Micra EV is going to look great, and it's going to be a sibling to the Renault 5. Renault 5, I'm so excited for it. There's going to be the Alpine versions of it as well, probably at the show. So I'll make sure to keep you guys informed on that. Very excited about the Renault 5 EVs. It'll also have a Renault 4 EV, which will be coming next year for 2026, I believe. So all exciting. Alongside MG, they're also going to be showcasing their IM brand, which is part of the SAIC or SAIC group. So obviously Chinese brand, so they're the owner of MG Motors, and they're going to be showcasing apparently the full range alongside the new MG3. So you've got the IM7, which is like this luxury saloon electric vehicle. Looks very Aston Martin at the back and very Polestar and Hyundai at the front and sides. So that looks good. I'm really looking forward to all these Chinese EVs. I love the look of the Xiaomi SU7. Of course, they're a phone manufacturer, so it's exciting to see. To be honest, at the Geneva Motor Show, it's literally mostly French and Chinese brands. Not a German brand there. It was the same as the Paris Motor Show when I went in 2022. It was pretty much just French and Chinese manufacturers. However, at this Geneva Motor Show, there's not going to be a Stellantis brand there, and there's not going to be a Volkswagen Group brand there either. Quite interesting. Apparently in future years they want to get those ones on board, but for this one, it's the first time the Geneva Motor Show has been in Geneva since 2019. That was when I last went. So my first time I went to Geneva Motor Show was 2019, and the fact that I'm going in 2024 now, and that's the next one, it's quite a privilege really. It's like I feel like I haven't missed out, and I have major FOMO. So it's nice. This podcast as well, a lot of you watched it last week, so thank you very much, or the week before. That was really great. I got a lot of loyal people watching it, and that's kind of what it was for. It was for people that follow me more closely. They want a bit more car content and news, so I can share that with you. On the rare occasion that I don't get a review out in a week, then you'll have the podcast instead. So that's really nice. First episode and this one, it's been in addition to a review. So I feel like I'm stepping up in that way, and I'm hoping you guys are enjoying it, and I will be reading your comments later, which are really good. So thanks for that. And if you're one of those that are watching the podcast and sharing it, that's great. You can really help out by subscribing to the channel, turning on the post notification bell, liking this and sharing this video as well to say thanks to me and the channel. But the main way you can help is by subscribing, liking and sharing. So no obligation, but if you could subscribe, that would mean all the difference. Dacia is also going to have a big stand at the Geneva Motor Show. To be fair, the Geneva Motor Show looks like it's about Renault Group. They are not going to play about. It's going to be huge. Dacia are going to have 3 models there. They're going to have the facelifted Spring, they're going to have the new Duster, and they're also going to have the Sand Rider concept, which is like an all-wheel drive, off-road kind of buggy sort of thing, which looks quite interesting. The Duster is probably what I'm most excited for. I'm not a massive Dacia fan. I know they're a budget end brand, cheaper, safety's not always the best, technology's always a bit behind. However, the new cars that they do look like they're stepping up their game in terms of that. The new Spring isn't going to be the safest vehicle. It's got a short range, but perfect for city and town drivers. So I think that was quite an interesting vehicle. And the Duster looks so much better than it did before. It actually looks like a car that I would consider driving rather than the previous models, which, to be honest, I would not want to be seen spotted in an old Dacia Duster. I know that sounds like such a snob thing to say, but the newer ones look so much better, so I'm really excited to preview that in my next videos. Yeah, next week's going to be a huge week for me, and the week after, because I'm just going to be launching all the videos from the Geneva Motor Show. I don't know how many I'm going to do, to be honest, but yeah, look out on TikTok, Instagram, here on YouTube. There's going to be all sorts. The news, there's not really a lot of news going on. The renaming of the Volvos, the Cupra Born VZ, and then just sort of a taster of what we're going to be seeing in Geneva, which is literally a couple of days away. So watch out for my videos then. I'm going to try and be quite proactive with it, because I know everyone's going to be just releasing things on the day. I'll try my best, but of course I want to make good content as well. So wait and see. I'm just excited to be going, to be fair. So I'm going with my dad, so it's going to be really exciting. Next is obviously your comments. So I'm going to get my iPad. comments. Always really nice to hear your comments. So, Bolt VBD. Oh, also, I want to just point something out. The news last week, I did make a mistake. No one pointed this out to me, I pointed it out to myself. Just wanted to be clear with you. I said the used EV sales have gone up to 7.2 million transactions. That's actually for all of the used car sales in the UK, not the EV sales. The EV sales are much less than that, but they did go up 5% year on year. So just wanted to clear that one up. It's not 7.2 million EV sales, it's sales of cars overall. Hopefully that made sense. Bolt VDB said brilliant news about mini jobs in Oxford. That's regarding the new Mini Cooper, and that's going to be built, the petrol models are going to be built in Oxford still, and the electric models, which are team up with Great Wall Motors, they're going to be built in China for now, and in 2026 apparently they're moving over to Oxford. So again, that is a good thing for mini jobs in Oxford. Andrew KNI said, a great podcast, Sam. Look forward to more news next time. Thank you, Andrew. Andrew is a close follower of the channel. I have a few people that watch it and comment and have for a long time. So really thank you for that. And obviously, I'm sure you'll be watching it this time. So hi, Andrew. Late84 said, enjoyed this thoroughly and great to know that followers of yourself are getting recognised for their comments, which is a nice touch. Your videos are spot on and very well presented. Keep up the good work. It's really nice to get comments like this. And of course, I am going to reply to everyone. I don't get a major amount of comments, which is kind of a blessing at this point, because it means I can actually reply to everyone, unless they're stupid comments, which I might show one or two of them today. And Ricky said, oh my god, Carcode on Spotify, love it. This is such a great idea, Sam. I really enjoy news and inside information like this. There's so much info out there that I often wonder what I've missed. It'd be a great idea if maybe once a month you did a new car offer / rare or interesting used car of the month too. That is a really good idea as well. So I will factor that into my next videos, because I do like the sound of that. And the inside information, I'm like, oh, I'm an insider. Thank you. Don't always feel like it, but I technically am. And I do have a little bit of inside information that does regard a new car offer. I don't know if this is like public knowledge yet, but it is now, I guess, for the select few people that are watching this. The Honda ENY1. I did review this car, I'll pop it up there. It's a good electric car, but the main criticism from pretty much everyone is the pricing. And Honda have actually upped their deposit contribution now. It's not gone live yet, but it is going live soon, to £10,500. On top of that, dealers are giving extra, and you're getting 5 years free servicing, 5 years warranty, and 5 years roadside assistance. So most dealers, it works out to about £12,000 or £13,000 off the list price of the car. Crazy. Of course, the price for the ENY1 was a bit too expensive anyway, which is why they've had to do this, but it actually now makes it very competitively priced. If you were looking for an ENY1, they just keep chucking money at it, so that is great to see. Means actually quite competitive now. Good. And obviously it's packed with tech. It's quite a nice looking vehicle as well, and the range isn't too bad, so that's an interesting choice now. Last week I did review the Courier, so thank you to Pan Motors for that, and thanks for all your comments on that. I really enjoyed that. I'm loving Ford's Pro products again, like I mentioned last time. And then this week, or last weekend posted this week, I reviewed the Renault Austral at DSG Renault in Morecambe, so thank you to those guys as well for making that video possible, and that's actually been doing really well too. Didn't think it would. It's always the videos you don't think are going to do well do. I didn't drive it, it was just in the showroom, a static video, but everyone seems to really enjoy that video, so thanks for that as well. And my Nissan X-Trail review, which I did last month, has been gaining a lot of traction now, so that's interesting too. And I've got a stupid comment from that video now. WTF is Harry Potter doing presenting cars? Probably doesn't have a bloody license. I just got lost on the way to Hogwarts. I've graduated Hogwarts now actually. I've got a broomstick license, I've got a driving license as well. I didn't even reply to that. I did put it in our automotive group chat where there's a few of us that do videos, things like that. Some people put some funny things on there. I was tempted to put something back, didn't really say anything back to that. So that kind of summarises all the comments that I've got last week. I want to thank you all for your engagement, it's been excellent. Coming soon. What is coming next? Well, I think I've already answered that as well. Geneva Motor Show, so much going on there. I mean, I'm only there a day, but I'm going to try and cram in as much as I can. I'm going there on the morning that I'm filming there. So I guess that gives me a taste into full-time car content creation, on what it will actually be like to go to events eventually, etc., which is really exciting. Like, honestly, I love doing it. I love doing reviews, and if you keep subscribing, liking, engaging, it just gets me one step closer. Thank you as well to my dad. My dad invited me to come to the Geneva Motor Show. I bought the tickets, he bought the flights. That was a pretty good deal. So thanks, Dad. He's also going to be the cameraman for the videos, so thanks in advance. Exciting times. Thank you all for watching this video. It's great that you're here. I love listening to podcasts, especially when I'm doing the bins or tidying my room. So if this podcast is helping you be productive, then that's great. If you want anything to be featured on the podcast, DM me at carcode.ig on Instagram. You can send in any questions through there and I'll be able to answer them as best as I can. Also, I do want guests on eventually. I'll obviously be proactive, reaching out to people that I want to be guests, but obviously it's so early days of the podcast. I want to maybe aim for at least like 5 episodes before I get a guest on. Thanks so much for watching episode 2 of the Car News by Carcode podcast. I look forward to seeing you in my Geneva Motor Show reviews and my next episode of the podcast. Thanks for listening or watching. I'll see you next time.